Hey, what's up, my friend? Welcome to your Monday Mastery Session. I'm Kamille Rose, founder of The Ultimate Life. See right there. And I am a peak performance coach to CEOs, entrepreneurs, and leaders like yourself. Now, in today's episode, I want to talk to you about the importance of consistency as a business owner so you can stay productive and profitable during this season. So I'm going to give you a whole new way to think about consistency and how to take action on it. Now, before we get into that content for today, if you would do me a favor, please hit that bell and that subscribe button. If you're watching on YouTube, I would really appreciate it. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you. Please share this video with a client or a colleague, someone who you know would really benefit from this information. Because the more subscribers that we get, the more I can deliver this valuable free content to you on a weekly basis and hopefully on a daily basis soon enough. So again, thank you for your support. Hit that bell and that subscribe button if you haven't already, or share this video with a friend. All right, again, thank you for doing that. I appreciate it. So let's get into today's episode titled Consistent in Quarantine. Hey, what's up, fam? Kamille Rose here, founder of The Ultimate Life, peak performance coach to entrepreneurs and leaders, and I'm a member of the Forbes Coaches Council. And this is your Monday Mastery Minute, where every Monday I take a few minutes to show you how you can achieve mastery in your business and your personal life. So let's jump right into it. All right, consistency in quarantine. Now, if you're wondering, Kamille, how on the earth do I stay consistent during this time? Like, I'm working from home, my kids are at home, I can't go to the gym, I can't do everything that I used to do. It is so difficult to stay consistent. I just want to lounge around all day, watch Netflix. I don't know what I'm going to do in my business. I'm sleeping in. Nothing is consistent. My whole routine is thrown off. All the more reason you want to keep consistency top of mind right now and being your top practice to stay productive and profitable. The time to be consistent is especially powerful in times that are inconsistent. That's why we are looking to be the steady servant leader. So if the question is, well, Kamille, then how do I stay consistent? Everything is so different. Now, the first thing I need you to do in this process is watch my episode from last week on the 3 C's to high performance leadership. So if you're watching on YouTube, you can click the link above, or if you're watching on IG or Facebook, go to my YouTube channel, watch the video on the 3 C's to high performance leadership. That will give you a good base to start with. The first C I talked about in those 3 C's that you must be doing every day as a business owner or as an entrepreneur is consistency. And that's what I want to break down a little bit more today so you can become doable for you. Now, it's so important to be consistent during an inconsistent time so you can be productive and profitable. Now, let's look really quickly at 2 definitions of consistency. So the first one is the one you're probably more familiar with. I'm going to look at my notes real quick. But the first one is the conformity in the application of something, typically that which is necessary for the sake of logic, accuracy, or fairness. So we're probably familiar with that one, right? Conformity in how you do things. But there's a second definition that actually hit my heartstrings a little bit more, and I think it's going to hit home deeper for you, so that this is the new way I want you to think about it. The second definition of consistency is this: the way in which a substance holds together. The way in which a substance holds together. Now, they're typically talking about liquids, which is totally fine because you're about 80% salt water anyway, so we're pretty liquid. But the thing that holds the substance together, the practice of consistency is what will hold you together during this season, my friend. So how do you stay consistent? Now, I want you to look at 3 ways to look at consistency, and I want you to pick the word that resonates most with you. So being consistent can be a routine, a rhythm, or a ritual. A routine, a rhythm, or a ritual. Which word do you like better? Because whichever word gives you the most energy, you want to start there. So if you tell me, Kamille, I like the word rhythm. Rhythm is good. Okay, I'm more of a rhythm person too, so I'll use that example. So I don't do routine very well because I'm not the type who needs to do the exact same thing every day. That doesn't give me energy. But the idea of a rhythm kind of having a framework of how I do things, and then all the things in between that can change. That works for me. Some people like the idea of ritual, again, something that you always do at a very specified day because it sounds sacred and holy. Again, whichever gets you energy. So for me, my rhythm on a daily basis, the framework in which I do things looks like this. I call it, I go to church, I go to school, I go to work. So I go to church, I go to school, I go to work. What does that mean? I always start my day with praise, worship, prayer, meditation. So I go to church. That's part of my faith practice personally. So that's how I get my mind, my body, my spirit ready for the day. Then I go to school. So I typically read something, or I listen to something, or I watch something that's coaching related, self-development related, real estate related, business related. So I'm always working on my brain. So self-development, growing, learning, always expanding my knowledge. Now, how that goes, that can change for me. Sometimes it is a podcast, sometimes it's an audiobook, sometimes it's something I read in a book, but that's my go to school moment. And then finally, I go to work. This is where I serve. So that's my rhythm. So what are the ways that you stay consistent in quarantine? Before, the rhythm looked different because I could actually go out. Sometimes I would go to cafes and do all of this, but there's a rhythm to my day. So what I want you to do this week, your challenge for this week, is to create your routine, your rhythm, or your sacred ritual every single day during quarantine. This consistency practice will hold it together for you so that you can be more productive, so that you can be more profitable. But here's the added bonus to this. I don't want you to think about consistency as like, well, I can't do it the way that I used to. And we'll talk about that in next week's episode on the second C, which is creativity. Because this is not about doing things the way you used to. This is about creating a consistency to the new normal of how you do things, so you can keep serving, you can keep growing, and you can keep leading from love. So post below, how are you going to stay consistent with your routine, your rhythm, or your ritual during quarantine?